Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about how to write a written dialogue with your inner self. I'm going to give you a description of how to do it and instructions. This is from a friend of mine who does this for a living, and she described this active journaling process to me. Her name is Helen. It's a special kind of journaling in which you engage in a conversation with your higher power. And what you do is you find a connection with deeper and deeper communication and sharing between you and your higher power. You share your feelings, your thoughts, your questions, and through this process, your sense of being spiritually centered will be fostered. The active imagination journaling process I'm going to describe to you establishes a connection with your higher power. And so you'll be in a deeply spiritually centered place that will allow you to get guidance from your higher power as a result. This source of guidance is something that you will know and feel to be true and to trust, and you'll believe yourself, so that you'll gain an internal source of being informed and directed, and you'll be able to make good decisions from your heart. Importantly, the connection you experience with your higher power will place you in a place of experiencing the unconditional love of the higher power for yourself, for who you are. Not for what you've accomplished or what you are intending to become or what your goals are. It's a type of love referred to as agape. Love for you that is for your intrinsic worth as someone created as a divine reflection of your higher power. It is not a love that you need to earn or accomplish. It's something that is given to you through grace and through a loving being. So you give yourself a place to be in loving being with yourself. And this is how you do the journaling process. First, you have to get a big journal that is like 8.5 by 11 that you can write on horizontally. So you'll need blank pages. And you'll just dedicate this journal to this type of journaling only. You'll have many reasons to come back to what you've written once you've started doing this regularly. Okay, secondly, you need a quiet, clean, private space where you can take time for yourself and put on your headphones and not be distracted. It's best to do this at a time when you're not concerned with pressing deadlines or other distractions, or your cell phone isn't going to be ringing. Okay, thirdly, you may need to mark your session with lighting a candle or some other kind of little ritual that you can set up, like, a special place with your favorite rocks and things. And if you do that, then just bring a lighter and some matches and have your journal and pen ready to use. Make sure that you won't be interrupted, okay? Close the doors. Fourthly, turn off the TV. Ask that your family members cooperate. This is your quiet time, that you're getting ready for bed or whatever, and try and make a habit of it so that people around you accept that this is a time that you need, okay? So now, 5, you have to close your eyes, and this is what I want you to do. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. So count to 7, count to 8. Like that, okay? And this is how you begin a meditation, and it clears your mind of any background chatter. Okay, so there's value in taking time to center yourself, to prepare for this connection. If there are other ways that you have found help you prepare, like putting on your favorite music or doodling a little bit around the edge or the border to get yourself ready, then start doing your little ritual, okay? And engage in this. So that begins your journaling time. And, sometimes you can take your favorite medallion or rosary beads and say a little prayer of thanks for all the things that you're grateful for. in your day, or the people that you love, okay? Now let's put your right hand over your heart center, which is located just where the collarbones meet in the middle, right here, okay? And we're going to put your hand there so that your palm connects, your heartland connects. And then this is where it's time to ask the higher power or your trusted source by the name of whatever you call it, your real name, to be with you. And you repeat this, you repeat this process until you really believe and in your persistence and you've built up your faith that you are in remembrance time, okay? Now outside of this time, there's no other need to remember. You don't have to remember the past or how you survived situations in the past and use those survival techniques to, that remember what happened before that might, be a trigger to you. You don't need those anymore because now is your remembering time, and what's going to happen is your higher power is going to come to your aid and help you know just what you need to know from those experiences. So now we take your hand, and we pick up a pen and open your journal, and you're going to have a conversation with your higher power by writing in your journal in the format of how a play is scripted. Okay, so first you'll assign the name to the person who's speaking, and that's me, so I'll write Kate, and I say, why did I have to be sick and throw up and learn that terrible lesson of eating bad food last night? And then I write higher source or whatever name I'm going to name it. So my higher source is bliss. So I write back, number 8 is the answer. And it's helpful first to write a few lines of praise or qualities to the higher power so that you can help it to know that it's safe to connect to you and that this is a trusted time. And ask permission and say that you want to have a conversation with it, because this is really the source of your emotions and your little child that you need to just listen to. Like, when I used to take you in my arms and I would hold you and I'd just let you share what your feelings are and who you are with me. And so that's kind of what you're going to be doing to yourself, because I'm not there anymore. I'm not your present adult that is your trusted source anymore. You have to do that for yourself. So number 9, you can write down the thoughts and feelings you'd like to share from your little self, your inner being, and you can trust those because that's really you, and that's how you learn to share with me. So, I wrote down the feeling I had and the concern, like, why did I have to get sick? And then number 10, write down any question you like. You don't have to worry about if you sense anything. Just assume that it's there, okay? For example, you can ask your higher power, are you here with me now? And then I write the name of my higher power, Liz, on the next line, followed by a colon. And then number 12, imagine this response in my own mind. And I immediately write down, and I can use my left hand if I'm having trouble to write the answer, because the left hand will connect like a little child's writing, like when you learn how to write, like you're writing a script of a play, and now this is the answer, you're not making it up. You just write down whatever the answer feels like it rises up from below. It's going to rise up from your feet, because that's where we stored up all the love and all those feelings all those years ago. So the answers don't generally feel as if they're coming from your mind per se. You're not like having this conversation in your head with different characters or anything like that. It's just your usual thinking, and it doesn't take any extra concentration or effort. It just, allowing the space for this release to happen. It just kind of floats up, like, when I make you an ice cream float, and the ice cream kind of floats and the bubbles are at the bottom. So now you're going to stick your straw in, and you don't worry about it. You're just going to drink, and it's all going to be mixed up, and the mind's going to help you put into words what is deep in your heart of this remembrance time. Okay? Now, number 13, write your name on the next line, followed by a colon, and either share more thoughts, feelings, or ask another question. On the next line, write down the name you know your higher power by, and followed by a colon. Again, write down its response, and continue this process as long as it flows. You feel connected, or until you run out of time to do this exercise. Okay? 14, when you're done, or when your inner guide indicates that you've got the answers you need, and you feel like you're safe to be done with it, then make sure you thank it. Be grateful that you made a connection with yourself. And don't worry if you don't get any response whatsoever. Okay, 15. Try writing in the journal 3 to 5 times a week. Just do it for 5 minutes. Just do automatic writing for 5 minutes. Try to stay with it. This really helped me when I was like 13, 14. I couldn't make sense of what all those boys were doing to me. So anyway, 16, you can email this to somebody who's your coach. Like if you have somebody who's, being a mentor to you, then you can kind of have a chance for your journal to help review with yourself or with someone that you love or share with the information revealed and how true all the parts of it feel and seem, so that you can really incorporate that and learn something from what you're being given. Okay, so that's it. When you write your journal entries, write the name on the front with your questions, followed by a colon, then write the name for your higher power, your trusted source, and a colon, and then the responses. So my first one is, Dear Angel Michael, are you there with my children? Angel Michael, yes, I'm always here protecting them. They can see me when they need it. May I ask you any questions today? Certainly, you may ask me anything you want. I'm always here to help you. What is it possible that you are protecting them from anyone coming in their room at night? Oh yes, you don't have to worry about that. Just be happy in the time that you have. Okay, so the question doesn't need to be, the conversation doesn't need to all be questions, and it can be anything you want to share, like experiences, memories about your childhood you want to share with your inner child. Maybe that will help bring up communication of how it really felt at that moment that you weren't able to feel or it wasn't safe to feel. And to help you sort out how you really would like to feel about the person involved or situation. And it can help you gain a whole level of understanding of the mistakes and the history of your life so that you can see other people that were hindrances to you in the past, or maybe somehow blocked you, or maybe made you angry because of that, or maybe they did something inappropriate or significant in your life that just changed everything. And of course you deserve to be angry, so write this stuff down. And the response of the higher source, the trusted source, can help you find a way to incorporate that anger energy back into your heart to love yourself in a better way. Okay, so this is self-witnessing, and this is enjoying and deepening the connection with oneself. And this is also a way of loving oneself, because when you do this, you feel love and guidance from yourself. So I hope that you try it. Also, it's very interesting to learn how your handwriting, when you do this process, can be significantly altered to change your belief system and your inner self-confidence and the way you present yourself and the way you receive in life and receive the gifts of life. So if you're interested in finding out more about handwriting, there's an excellent course by Vimala that you can look into.